Today, we're going to tackle a really interesting and honestly super important idea. What if the best way to protect ourselves online isn't about having the fanciest software, but about a skill that every single one of us can learn? Let's dive in. So let's just start with this question right off the bat. Who's really in charge of keeping you safe online? Is it your company's IT team, the people who make your apps, maybe the government? For a long time, I think we've all kind of hoped it was someone else's job, but the real answer? Well, it might just be the person looking back at you in the mirror. To really get why that is, we've got to take a step back and just realize how much of our lives have gone digital. And I'm not just talking about posting photos online. We're talking about the very core of how we live today. I mean, just think about it for a second. The way you manage your money, the way you work, the connections you have, even your actual identity. It's all represented by bits and bytes of data now. That collection of data, your digital self, has become one of the most valuable things you own, and not just to you. And while because that data is so incredibly valuable, that means you are now the target. And this is a huge, huge shift. The bad guys aren't just trying to break into buildings anymore. They're trying to talk their way past the front desk. The whole game has changed. See, back in the day, cyber attacks were all about targeting systems, finding a crack in the digital wall, breaking through a complex firewall. But today, it's so much easier and more effective to just ignore the wall and go straight for the person holding the keys. They've stopped hacking computers and started hacking people. And these are the kinds of tools they use to do it. You've seen them, right? Those sneaky phishing emails that look exactly like they're from your bank. Fake apps that promise a fun game but are actually stealing your info. Scams that are designed to trick you into giving up your passwords. It's all designed to look normal, to blend right into our busy digital lives. And here's the real kicker. These attacks don't usually work because of some brilliant piece of code. They work because they prey on us being human. They're counting on our curiosity to click a link, our tendency to use a password we can remember, or just that split-second moment where we decide to trust something that looks legit. That's all it takes. So what happens when one of these attacks actually works? What's really at stake? Because I can tell you, it goes way, way deeper than just losing a few bucks from your bank account. Yeah, the first thing we all think about is money, and that's a real risk for sure. But honestly, that's often just the beginning of the problem. The real damage is measured in things that are a lot harder to get back. Let's start with your reputation. Just imagine someone gets into your email or your social media accounts, and then they start sending awful, embarrassing things to your boss, your clients, your family. The damage to your reputation, both personally and professionally, can be just devastating. And then there's something even scarier, the risk to your actual identity. When someone has enough of your personal info, they can start pretending to be you. They can open credit cards, apply for loans. They can literally hijack your digital life. And you're the one left to clean up the chaos. And we can't forget the emotional side of this. That feeling of being violated, the constant stress and worry, that loss of trust in the tools we use every single day. That stuff can stick with you for a long, long time. And this is the harsh truth of it all. If your wallet gets stolen, you can cancel your cards and get new ones. But once your private data is leaked online, you can't really get it back. You can't unleak your social security number. You can't put that genie back in the bottle. Okay, I know, that all sounds pretty heavy, but here's where we turn the corner, and this is the good part, the empowering part. The solution isn't about becoming a tech genius. The solution is realizing that cybersecurity is a basic life skill, just like any other. I love this quote because it just nails it. We expect everyone to know how to read and write, right? It's just a fundamental skill for functioning in the world. Well, in our world today, knowing the basics of how to protect your data is becoming exactly the same thing. It's essential. And let me be super clear about this. This is not about learning how to code or how to set up a complex server. Not at all. It's about something much more straightforward. It's about building your awareness. It's about learning to spot when something feels off. Because at the end of the day, that awareness, that's your best weapon. That's your shield. Technology is great, but it can fail. An alert, aware human being, though, that is the most powerful defense against almost every modern threat out there. You are the first line of defense. So what do I even mean by awareness? It's simple, really. It means that when you're informed, you are so much harder to trick. You're harder to manipulate with a fake email. You're harder to exploit with a weak password. And you're more resilient. You know what to do if and when something does go wrong. And the impact of building this skill is amazing. It's a 3-step process. First, you get informed. You learn what to look for. Second, that knowledge makes you resilient. It makes you tougher. And third, and this is the best part, when you protect yourself, you're also helping to protect your friends, your family, your coworkers. You make your whole community safer. So that's the bottom line. We live in a world where our data and our identity are completely intertwined. And in a world like that, being aware of security risks isn't a bonus skill. It's not optional. It is absolutely essential. So I'll leave you with this to think about. You're the one standing at the gate of your own digital life. You are the human firewall. So the question is your first line of defense ready?